Hello guys, Sujara speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 199. Today we read you Barney's Imagination Island, Bedtime with Barney, adapted by Stephen White. So let's read it now, shall we? So we got for us Barney's Imagination Island, Bedtime with Barney, adapted by Stephen White. Here we go. I don't know who wrote this, so here we go on that. This is from 1997. I don't know who wrote this in 97. So here we go on that. It was copyrighted in 1994 by the Lions Group. Here we go. Based on a story by Dennis Xavier, I have pronounced his last name, excuse me, Cheryl Leach, Kathy Parker, and Stephen White, excuse me, okay, wait. Illustrated by J.B. Johnson. Now, that's one example I wanted to pay close attention to with the poster seen here. Barney, Baby Bob, and BJ are much more different than that in 1994, so there you go on that. Next page. Anyway, one very special night, Tasha had two friends in her bedroom. One was her friend Men, the other was her favorite toy dinosaur, Barney. Okay. Tasha's mother was reading a bedtime story to the girls about a ship that sailed to the Imagination Island. Okay. Before she could finish with the story, Tasha's mother had to go take care of her two baby boys. Okay. Makes sense anyway. Sometimes I help with the babies as well. Tasha said proudly. That's why my parents gave me this pretty heart necklace. Okay, makes sense in any way. So, there you go. Both Tasha and Men. So, there you go on that. And, yeah, it makes more sense. So, there you go. It first aired NBC on April of 1994. So, there you go. It didn't air on home video until months later. So, there you go on that. Next page. Anyway. Tasha and Men decide to read more of the story, okay? Look, said Men, the ship gets caught in a scary thunderstorm. Kind of reminds me of Thunderstruck to me. Anyway, just then there's a flash of the lightning and the boom of thunder. Thunderstruck difference. Anyway. Whoa, laughed a happy voice. Wow. It's Barney. Men, Tasha shouted happily. Wow, okay. And the burst of color sparkles. The little toy dinosaur had turned to a great big friend who gave great big hugs. Okay, that makes more sense. Anyway. Hi, Tasha. Hello, man. Barney laughed. Okay. I sure like your story about the ship that sails to Imagination Island. I keep bugging myself while I keep reading it. Sorry. Anyway. I'll have to ride on a ship like that, said Man. Maybe you can, said Barney, if you all use our imaginations. Makes sense anyway, so there you go. It kind of differs the whole thing, so there you go on that. Next page. Anyway, Tasha and Men look at the book and try to imagine an adventure on the ship. Suddenly sparkles and light flew out of Tasha's book and into the closet. I think something fun is starting to happen, Barney whispered. Wow, okay. The girls watching as the stairway appeared at the closet, okay. Barney climbed the stairs and then called back to his friends. Come on up, Barney said. You won't believe this. Wow, okay. Tasha and Men climbed the stairs and opened a small door. It makes more sense, but you know what? It could make more difference between Tasha and Men. It's the way Sean and Derek would make more sense in any way. So there you go. As they're going to mention, they're going to turn the page and make more sense in the day. Anyways, in the book. So there you go. Next page. Anyway, it's a ship, said Tasha. Just like the one in your book, said Men. And it was. They were all standing on a very big wooden ship, just that rocket gently from side to side. and it sailed through the ocean's waves. Men and Tasha pointed out the large sail that flapped in the warm and wonderful wind. Makes sense anyway. When Men and Tasha looked down for the sails, they got another surprise. Look, said Tasha, our clothes have changed. Wow, okay. That's right, laughed Barney. Who was dressed like a sea captain. Okay. We got a fine ship and a good wind in our sails, okay? I think we're all ready for a fine adventure at sea. I have to agree with Barney in this one. You have to do something about this. So there you go on that. Anyways, next page. Anyway. I like to have fun, said happy little boys. I want to play as well. Wow. Makes sense anyway. Man and Tasha were surprised to see their friend Baby Bop climb out of the tiny doorway, carry her favorite yellow blankie, okay? But before they say hello, they heard somebody whistling. It's my baby brother BJ, said Baby Bop. That's me, laughed BJ as he climbed down the rope and joined his sister. We have a few more friends hiding on the ship as well. Okay. Everyone started looking around the big ship, okay? Just like hide and seek. Baby Bop giggled. Okay? After lots of looking, they found Sean hiding in the barrel and Derek behind the ship's big steering wheel. Wow, okay. Oh, good, said Barney. We have lots of friends to have fun with now. And we're all on the way to Imagination Island. Makes more sense in any way, even though Sean and Derek are going to be in this way, just like in the special on NBC, but it makes sense in any way, so there you go on that. Next page. Anyway. Alright. Did I turn the next page wrong? Oh yeah, I did. I didn't do it right. Anyway. The ship sailed for a long time. When the Imagination Island gets close, there was a flash of lightning and a boom of thunder. Oh, no, said Tasha. It's a storm just like in the book. Jesus. Anyway, rain started to fall as the ship when rocked by a bigger and bigger wave. The waves made by the ship go up and down so fast it was hard to stand up. Barney said, this is a strong ship, we're all going to be fine. Then BJ called out, here comes a super giant wave. Hold on, everybody, said Barney. Excuse me, anyway. The wave made a loud roaring sound as it hit the ship and lifted high in the air. Now, at the time, yes, I heard about the childhood throwback at the time, and yes, I heard, and yeah, for these Russian people, and now at the time, yes, and at the time, I did not want to hear anything more about the Russians at the time, so blame me on that one. So Russia-Ukraine war, so stupid idea. So there you go on that. And it's just waves too much in the news report. So there you go on that. The flood. I don't want to hear about that. Next page. Anyway. Suddenly the ship stopped rocking, okay? Look, that's good, said Man. Maybe the storm is over. Okay. Makes sense in any way, man. Anyway, there's no more rain, said Derek, and the clouds are leaving as well. Gee, now the islands look really close, said Sean. Oh, wow, okay. Barney peeked over the side of the ship and got a big surprise. Wow. That's because we're on the island, he laughed. Or at least above it. As they were, the big wave had slipped the whole ship in the tops of some palm trees and left it there safe and sound. You know, said by Liam Kearns in the childhood throwback episode, he just freaked out when I was like, was it? And like, I was laughing so hard at the time when I first heard about it. You know, back in 2012, before I had my brain malfunction, you know. And if you watch this Alex Paris, I did the reaction video. I did a Sunday Show episode with you and David at the time with Judge 3000. And when I was Mr. 3000 at the time, but that's just me, of course. It seems to me that I talked about my brain malfunction. I was sick, and that's where David met Alex. So there you go. Anyway, Bebop found a rope ladder, and everyone climbed down to the same beach. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get the ship down to follow the trees without help," said Barney. "Okay, then. Then what you gonna do?" asked Tasha. "We can go exploring," said Barney. "Okay, makes sense in any way. Even though it makes sense to, even though the birds and the cars and things like that. Even though I not seen by Charlie Fullback episode and the birds, what makes sense in any way with the whole parrots and then from Barney and this parrot voiced by Ray Henry saying hello, and then Barney was like, "Yeah, he's talking to me." He's like, "Hello," and then Barney was like, "Hello." I just saw that. I'm like, oh my god, I'm freaked out. You know. Next page. Anyway, BJ, you and Bebop can stay here and watch your other ships, okay? Said Barney, okay? And, aye, said BJ. Me, laughed Bebop. "The rest of us can walk through the jungle and find help," said Barney. Okay, makes sense anyway. Everyone, I have fun hiking through the jungle, okay? There were lots of colorful butterflies and sweet-smelling flowers, okay? The air was filled with the sounds of singing birds and chattering monkeys, okay? Makes sense anyway. Finally, Barney and his friends found a very funny-looking house, okay? It was painted with bright, happy-looking colors, okay? And the roof has a roof made out of dry grass. "Maybe there's someone inside who can help us," said Sean. Okay, at the time, yes. And in Charlie Fullback episode, which I saw years ago, having a house where maybe kindergarten class, I like that. You know what? It just makes me kind of reminds me of that same thing in kindergarten class. You know, that's just me, of course. Next page. Anyway, Barney turned a little crank by the door, and everyone laughed when it made Jack in the Box music. Okay, makes more sense. Anyway, just as the music finished, a little door popped open. "Hello," said the man inside. Well, Mr. Tingapot, Professor Tingapot, excuse me, was played by the same man who did Grease at the time from 1970s. Same musical which I refer to as Rocky Horror Picture Show in the same different musicals at the time. Meatloaf, the late Meatloaf at the time, passed away earlier this year. He also did with Tim Curry, also did that. But also, while I was mentioning musicals, I was also mentioning hair and other things. I was on the same depth topic I did at Crazy Bunch's web show. But anyway, Morgan Imagination Island. Okay, makes sense anyway. My name is Professor Tingapot, okay. Makes sense. Said the man, I invent all sorts of wonderful toys, okay. But the professor wouldn't let anyone play with the toys. Okay. Kind of reminds me of, the professor, well, me at the time, where I don't want to let everybody touch my stuff. You know, that's just me, of course. Sorry, said the professor. I came to this island because I don't want to share. Well, to me, I like to share. Don't you think it was be sad as me before you don't like to be shared? Look at this sad boy named Sean. At the time, yes. Oh no, you can't see that. Okay. Sean would say, please don't touch. How does it feel to make it a little more worse, isn't it? Sad? You know, it just makes me feel like cringe. And honestly, pinch the cheek, you know, I just don't like that. I saw it as a kid thinking it was funny, but it was funny to me as a kid, as an adult, you know, thinking like, and some parts I've seen cringy, worthy when Liam Kern said, I don't like recommend that. But then suddenly things like, alright, now okay, it makes more sense. Anyway, next page. Anyway, Barney has Professor Tingapot if you can help get the ship off of the trees. No, I can't, the professor said sadly. Wow. I'm too busy trying to fix my balloon machine. Wow. Which of course makes sense anyway. It only needs one more part. But there's nothing on the island to make it work. Okay. Then Tasha had a good idea. She took off her heart necklace and carefully put it into the balloon machine. Try it out, said Tasha. He tried the machine and it worked. Out came balloons of every size and color. Okay. You have a great idea to share, Professor Tingapot. Do something. And just at least share, you know? It makes sense to anybody, so there you go on that. Next page. Anyway. Good things happens when you share, said Barney. Exactly, Barney. Anyway, so Professor Tingapot decided to try sharing as well. Good idea. Anyway, he asked everyone to play with his wonderful toys. Yup. You're right, Barney, he laughed. It's fun to share. Professor Tingapot was so happy that he decided to leave the island and share his toys with children everywhere. Now, at the time, yes, it was Barry Pearl who's been the same actor who played on Grease in the time. So there you go. May I go out? May I go and ship with in the ship? He asked. Now I know how to get out of the trees. Exactly. You have to do something about it. Professor Tingapot used this balloon machine to make lots of giant balloons that were tied to the ship where there were almost too many balloons to count. Okay, makes sense anyway. Ship began to pull loose in the trees. Here we go, said Barney, as the ship went up, and into the air. It makes more sense to say up, and away, so there you go on that. And then makes more difference in anyway, so there you go on that. It makes sense, so there you go. Next page. Anyway, we're flying, giggle Baby Bop. Just like birds, laughed BJ as he flapped his arms up and down, okay? Makes sense anyway. Everyone cheers as the ship made one last circle around the island. Then turned out over the blue ocean and headed for home, okay? With Barney in the wheel, ship sail on and on until the sunset sky has become a sea of twinkling stars, okay? It's a beautiful night for flying, Barney said happily as he steered around a puffy white cloud. Yeah, it makes more sense to make toys, so there you go. Barry Paul. Yeah, I did react to to him on Purple Rose and Purple Tails podcast at the time, so there you go with that, even though it's make more sense in any way. Next page. Anyway. You'll be home soon, Professor Tingapot said to Tasha. He smiled and gave her heart necklace back to her. Don't you need it anymore? She asked. I can make another, he said. Besides, you'll always give me a special gift. You've taught me how to share again. Tasha gave Professor Tingapot a very big hug. Makes sense anyway. It looks like we're almost home, Barney called to his friends. BJ and Baby Bop waved goodbye, then disappeared in the colorful burst of sparkles, okay? All the children gave Barney a hug and thanked him for the wonderful adventure. It was fun for me as well, Barney chuckled. Well, it makes sense in any way, so there you go on that, and it can make difference from the whole sense, so there you go on that. Now here comes either the last page of the book, or there's 3 more pages. There we go. A little while later, Tasha and Men tiptoed down the ship's stairway and back into Tasha's bedroom. Anyway, there sitting on Tasha's bed was a little toy dinosaur. Anyway, Barney, both girls asking supplies. They turn around to look in the ship's stairway, but it was gone. Okay, I guess it's really time for bed, said Min with a big yawn. Anyway, I think so as well, said Tasha. Tasha picked up Barney and cradled him back in his place by the window. Thanks again, Barney, she whispered sleepily. Oh, happy now is what? Sorry, sleepily. Anyway, she gave him one last squeeze, then went to bed. It makes sense for an NBC TV special in 1994, but then again, it makes more difference in any way. So there you go on that. Here comes the last page of the book, stating that Tasha and Men fell asleep right away, both dreaming up happy dreams of their trip to Imagination Island. Anyway, high in the night sky, a beautiful ship hanging from the cloud of beautiful balloons glided silently across the face of the moon. But no one saw it. No one except Barney. Wow. Well, it makes sense in any way for the balloons, so Professor Tingapot, there you go on that. And that's just it. Barney is my child growing up, so there you go on that. So that was Barney's Imagination Island, Bedtime with Barney. What I think about this book? I think it was amazing. So far, this book was a successful book to read. And it's based on the NBC's TV special. And that was the Bedtime Stories, episode number 199. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. It's going to be a 200 episode celebration on the following 3 books. Plus some very huge desserts I'm going to be eating along the way to celebrate 200 episodes of Bedtime Stories, to celebrate 4th of July special here on the 200 episodes of Bedtime Stories. So there you go. There you go with that. Be on the lookout for this. 2 episodes tonight, tomorrow night. So be on the lookout for that. Until next time, this is Jefferson Black Piece of Baby. We give more videos next episode. Till then, out. See ya.